Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltamar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Rogue Trader. Where we left last time, we had just returned to real space, having escaped Morag and the Dark Elves. Dark Eldar, I should say. I did do a quick respec between videos, not for our main character, he's still good at whatever else he did, but we have Pascal dealing with tech use, logic, and Xenos lore. Marazhai is basically just dealing with demolition, a little bit of carouse, I guess. Cassia is dealing with persuasion, commerce, awareness, and lore Imperium, as much as she can do. We have lore warp awareness and awareness on Adira, basically exclusively. We're not using Jay anymore, and then we have athletics, of course, and carouse on Abelard. Should have most of our bases covered, except maybe... No, I think we got everything. Maybe not Medicaid, actually, that might be our lowest one, but no big deal. We have everyone set up. I'm going to talk to High Factotum Generous, because I'm just going to quickly take a look at what we can sell to people. Let's see if the Imperial Navy wants any of our junk, first of all. I'm always willing to sell them things first, because they have guns and stuff, and we kind of want their guns and stuff. We are now level 6, so we can get Griffon pattern torpedo tube, melted torpedoes, which is 5 times 27 damage, which is better than our plasma torpedoes, so I'm going to pick those up. And then we also have the option of getting a Styges pattern macro battery, which is a side gun, and it's 4 times 21, which is worse than all of our other guns so far, so we're going to leave that where it is. I think actually the Archaeotech macro batteries are also not as good. What about the Ecutor pattern plasma battery? 3 times 33. We have one of those already, but I think the Howler cannons are better by just a tiny bit. Literally just the tiniest little bit. And then we'll get later on some other stuff. So let's take a look at other people we can go talk to. The Explorators are sort of the one we're working on the most at the moment. What are the things coming up that we want? Possibly the Focus Melted Gun. It's pretty good, although he's using plasma guns now, and I specialized him into plasma, I believe. So we're more looking for the Ancient Plasma Rifle down here. That's quite a ways down the list, though. That's at level 27. We could see what we can give them, though. Holy gift. Let's go sort by name. It's easier to find things. They want holy gifts. Today we have some. We do. We can give them those. They also want heretic gifts, which we have a few of those as well. They want ship components, but they can wait on those. We didn't get anywhere, basically, so that was not as effective as I had hoped. They do like armor kits, and we do have quite a few of those. Let's just give them most of those. And they like Mechanicus Creations, which I don't... We have a few. I thought we didn't have very many, but we had a couple. We're now at level 19 with them, which puts us up to Force Field Emitter. After using Run and Gun, the wearer gains plus 15 cover efficiency. That's okay. Deadly Repeater is a pretty good las sniper rifle, but not that good of a las sniper rifle, so let's leave them for now. Fellowship of the Void, was there anything we wanted from them? Yeah, there's a book or something, right? We wanted... Maybe it wasn't them. I don't think it was them. It might be the Drusians? Someone has a really... did they change their loot? They might have changed their loot a little. Overcharged plasma gun there. That's kind of nice. And a Roaring Thunder. I do want to grab a new power hammer. Abelard is now using power weapons just because I wanted to try them out. They sound fun. This is a power claymore, but I don't think it's as good as his current one, so I'm not going to bother picking it up. Anywho, this is not the one we're looking for. So which one are we looking for? Maybe this Void. I'm looking for a book. There it is, Grimoire of the Void, level 18, okay. The Grimoire increases the chance of triggering phenomena by 15%, but all damage dealt by its wielder is increased by 2 plus willpower bonus, which is extremely good. Let's see what we can give these people. And then we'll probably head out to do some things. So I think we're out of heretic trophies. If I had to hazard a guess, yeah, we're out of those. How about Xeno artifacts? We have every Xeno artifact in existence. We're gonna gain a ton of levels. We did just come back from the webway, so it kind of makes sense. There's just so many. Okay, that's 26,000. That puts us up to level 23 with them, which I think means we can get that book. Yeah, let's grab that. What else is there, though? Apex Predator gloves are bounty hunter stuff. Let's go down all the way to the bottom. The better stuff's always at the bottom. Bone Shatter is a pretty good thing. Carnage is a decent axe, but we don't use chain weapons as much anymore. Our hammer is pretty good, too. If an ally under the effect of the wearer's Bring It Down ability successfully hits an enemy with an attack and targets them with an ability, or targets them with an ability, they get +1 fellowship and willpower until the end of combat. That's not bad, I guess. Poet's Grace, Commerce, and Persuasion. Earthbreaker is a decent power mace, but it's not the best. Whenever the wearer's area attack damages at least 2 enemies within a 2-cell radius from the wearer gains kick. Neat, I guess. Death World Origin Body Glove. That body glove is better than probably what we're wearing, so I'm going to pick that up. Our armor is our least good thing at the moment. Arch Militant. I don't think we have an Arch Militant, do we? I don't think so. So, I think that's going to be all we're going to buy here. We did get the thing we want, and there's also Reaving Tempest Cabal Origin Incubus armor, which would probably be good for Marazhai, but unfortunately, we're not quite to 24 yet. We might be able to get there, though. It's pretty close. What else do they like? Ship components and jewelry. Do we have any jewelry? No. Well, a little. Ship components. Do we have any ship components? Yeah, we got some. How many do we need? We need 450? Oh, it's already way more than we needed. Okay. Done. Let's get him that armor, because it looks pretty cool. Our profit... Oh, we need more profit factor. Our profit factor is down. Oh, no. Okay, well, we'll deal with that later. We did pick up some stuff, so let's go newest to oldest. We're going to give the book, interestingly, to Cassia. Because who cares if we trigger psychic phenomena with her? She lowers the veil, and she's got really high willpower. Well, not really high. Pretty high willpower. Among the highest willpower in the group. So she'll deal additional 2 times her willpower bonus. Her willpower bonus is currently 8, so it'll be 16 extra damage with her lidless eye blast. That's pretty good. Time to go to the Coronis Expanse and see what's going on finally. So, Brave Merchant, ruined by his competitors, intends to attack Carley, a flourishing world rich with advantage too fast. I don't know what it said. Let's check our colony management. Can we build anything new? Yes. We get new rank of things. We can do Holy Prophet, which gives us +4 profit factor, 6 times people. Praise the Masses, profit factor +5. It's not bad. Pleasing the Tired, complacency and efficiency. Also not bad. Call to Arms is security and people. That one needs more Imperial Navy stuff. We don't have missionaries yet. Whatever. Oh, there's also sorted goods we can get. This gives us profit factor, Fellowship of the Void, weapons, and a zealot gun. Just costs us some people. But it loses us the Casbalican auction, which gives us a gun that we can't use because it's an Eldari melt-a-gun. And Shield of the Emperor blocks Filth of the Expanse. I think we have Filth of the Expanse, though. I'm almost certain we do. Yeah, it's down there. Okay, let's grab... What was that one I was looking at? Sorted goods. Let's start with that. Gives us some profit. Gives us some weapons. gives us a gun. Only costs us some people. Who cares? Next, trophies. And this world can get payment in organs, which gives us profit factor, less complacency, more efficiency, and we lose some more people. Secret layer gives us less security, more efficiency, and some Casabalican mission RP. Scriptorium schools, which gives us efficiency, up a lot of people. We lose a couple provisions, but that doesn't matter. We lose some profit factor though. Xenos Intoxicant, a bunch of profit factor, a bunch of chemicals, and some Xenotech. Interesting. The Fang of Perdition is coercion and lore Xenos. It gives us a bunch of profit factor, a bunch of Fellowship of the Void, rep, some chemicals, costs us provisions. You know, I think I'm gonna do the Lost. That one sounds cool, but what's this one do first? Master Flame gives us damage with plasma guns. What do these need? Doesn't... Oh, we need either Great Fire or Light Bringers for shelter, which just gives a ton of people. We need Great Fire or Captive Xenos. Do we have Captive Xenos? I don't even know. We'll take a look. We might. Which gives us the Xeno Vivisectionist feature. Dodge against Xenos. Pleasure World gives us a Primitive Sword, which gives a ton of dodge and parry, actually. And a bunch of profit factor. Just requires Great Fire, though. We could do Great Fire and then do Pleasure World. Seems like it's pretty good. That profit factor increase is quite nice. Okay, let's do that. Next world, where are we? So we can't do any of these, they're all locked off. Pure Blood gives us profit factor and efficiency. We just needed to do one of those things, and we already did that, so that's actually really good. Extractium Infurga? Ignifera. It gives us a bunch of Promethium, just costs some people. Less profit, less security, a boatload of people, but we use Xenos as part of our thing. His Penal Battalion makes some security and costs a bunch of stuff. Okay, what do we need for each of these? Raider Base. This is Fellowship of the Void. Freedom and Vengeance is whenever the wearer performs a non-burst attack with a pistol, the attack pushes the enemy by 2 cells. It's alright, I guess. A boatload, so many weapons. 21 weapons. We don't have the mechanisms for it. And we don't have the Fellowship of the Void rep, so that's not really important. We need Penal Battalion or Xenos Intoxicant for this one. Profit factor +7 and Shadowy Expanse feature. That's actually really good. Does it block things? Blocks Raider Base and Repentance for the Loss. Okay. Repentance for the Loss gives us a very nice power sword. Actually, that's kind of amazing for Abelard. We do not have anywhere close to the rep with the Drusians, though. Anyways, we'll work on that. Do we need any other prerequisites? We need Penal Battalion. Okay. So Penal Battalion is like a vital thing, apparently, for most of these? All of these. So we definitely need Penal Battalions, but okay. Let's grab Pure Blood, because that one's just profit, and we don't have to spend anything for it. Profit and efficiency, good enough. Alright, Kiva Gamma. Brand of the Motive Force. Security efficiency, just straight up. Okay, Orbital Shipyard. Gives us Imperial Navy rep, some profit. Costs a bunch of stuff, though. Mechanisms, and that's it. Gives us some profit factor. A bunch of weapons. Promethium and chemicals, that's not that bad. Archive of the Expanse. Eye of the Omnissiah. Provides voice ship with targeting data, 92% hit chance and 50% crit chance. That's pretty good. A bunch of efficiency for all colonies and profit factor. That's extremely good. Might do this one. This one's really, really good. It's going to cost us all of our remaining mechanisms, but I think that's worth it. 100%. Cool. What's Sky Barrier do? So this requires us to do Archive of the Expanse and Holy Ammunition. Did we already do Holy Ammunition? Damn it. That's not what I meant to do. Go back to Kiva Gamma. We did not do Holy Ammunition. Where is Holy Ammunition then? In the Protectorate, so it might be somewhere else. Okay, Anyways, what's it do? Triumphant Fury, which is a macro battery. Exalted Instruments of War. All allies gain plus 20% minimum damage to their ranged attacks. Rogue Trader's weapons carry the blessings of the Supreme Armorers of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Wow. Sacrament of Light. An engine assembled by a mysterious clique of engine elders, countenance hidden by veils of openwork plasteel, whose wisdom is so great that even the servants below the rank of magos are forbidden from even addressing them. So bunch of speed, basically. Warp Revelations, Ethereal Visor. Psi rating +1. As long as the wearer has 100% wounds, they deal 5 times willpower bonus additional damage with their psychic powers and psychic staves. That is crazy good. We're going to go with that one for sure. We need the Archive of the Expanse first, so that seems to be the one that everyone wants, and we're just going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, where are we even going? What is our lives right now? We just got back. Things are going on. Apparently our Caligos people are dying. We should probably go deal with that problem. There's a rumor in there. Okay, why can't I move this? Oh, okay. That's weird. Anywho, Footfall has a thing going on. Let's just take a look at our quests. Show completed quests? No, let's not show completed quests. Okay. Hunting grounds. So we need to go to the Nameless Star with Caligos. We need to go to Footfall. We need to talk to Idira, it looks like, and Abelard and everyone. We have to go to Dargonis and assess the situation. We have to find an unknown world for Idira. We have to go to Footfall for Jay. And that's pretty much it. We need to be a worthy aspirant. Okay, so let's go deal with the incident first. Let's go talk to people on the bridge, I guess. Kind of thought we were going to go exploring, but I guess that's not the case. This is a lore video and an establishment video for getting back to the other part of the game. We've returned from the Abyss, effectively, from Wrath of the Righteous. Now we got to rule our lands again. So let's talk to Idira first. If I were Idira, where would I be parked? There. When Idira sees you, her lips curve into a smile and she nods at something over your shoulder. Epitaph Incident N87204, Tech Blight. Do these words mean anything to you? Perhaps your abilities can tell you something.
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper. So quiet, I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity. And chance. Chance through it all.
Suddenly, Idira breaks off and winces. She brings her hands to her temples and winces again.
Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
She falls silent and looks at you in surprise. You seem to have a very strong reaction to what Agenta said about her by the broken lens.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch.
Idira snorts, but then she frowns and continues more seriously.
After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me.
And what does it all mean? Actually, do you think we should keep an eye on her?
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. If only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her. Or maybe danger coming from her.
Have you discovered anything more about the door from your visions?
No, Lord Captain, not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry, I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it.
Okay, bye.
Of course.
So that wasn't super useful. Let's go talk to Abelard, who is not at this end of the ship and is actually just right by the control panel. The star chart thing.
Lord Captain.
Abelard surveys you briskly but meticulously as though he's inspecting you for shortcomings, and then he offers a courteous nod. Do the words Epitaph Incident N87204 or Techblade mean anything to you? I think they're connected to Theodora somehow.
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
For a moment, Abelard's eyes go blank as if he has turned his attention inward, then he blinks twice and says in a tone of surprise, "Right, that's really all we need
Lord
to
Captain.
do." So the incident has been updated. Voxmaster and Helmsman Revor. Talk to Vigdis first. When you approach, Vigdis pulls away from fine-tuning another Vox and bows her head. Lord Captain, the ship informed me of our imminent meeting. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travels? Do the words Epitaph, Incident N87204, or Techblade ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar, as far as I can tell. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmission several times. I think it was repeated by the former engine seer and the one who perished during Conrad Voigtbeer's uprising. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems started responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange. But tech priests are sensitive to such things. That's all I can tell you, Lord Captain. I wish I could be of more help. I've been given an immortalium and I need to arrange a reciprocal gift. Nope, okay. Not helpful. Alright, let's go talk to Revor. Where is Revor? That's Janris. That's not our navigator. Maybe he's up here. Master Helmsman Revor. There we go. The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue veins sneak under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Revor at your service. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you, or perhaps Incident N87204 or Techblade? It has something to do with Theodora's travels, rather extraordinary travels at that. Can't say I do, Lord Captain, doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Lady Theodora went is... Epitaph, incident. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but... Through my implants, I feel at one with the ship, and I sense that... And I don't know when it happened exactly. It started behaving differently. Became more responsive, livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word. And when you said epitaph and incident, it all just dawned on me. Pardon my bungled report, Lord Captain, but that's all I gotta say on that front. Okay, bye. Actually, do you know anything about a ship named the Fiery Reckoning? Revor winces as if in pain. I've heard the name, that much I'm sure of it, but I can't recall the details. Huh. I wonder if it was part of the operation that late Mort was put in charge of. If it was, then there's nothing I can tell you, Captain. The whole thing was kept under wraps. Your best chance would be to ask the High Factotum. Maybe some of his treasury records have mention of this Fiery Reckoning. Okay. Thanks. Sir? Alright, let's go talk to Vigdis then. He's right here somewhere. Over there. Nope. Wasn't Vigdis right around here? Oh, I think she was on the other side. Or not. I'm lost on my own ship. I thought she was right around here somewhere. There's the factotum. Okay. There's Voxmaster Vigdis. Nope. Or was it the factotum that wanted to talk to us? Janris. Oh. Yeah. I think we already talked to him about that. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Incident. Caches on Dargonis and Kiava Gamma contain fragmentary information about Theodore's clandestine activities, reminding Nomos about this data that once allowed his consciousness to awaken may yield some results. Let's go find Nomos. I don't actually know how to reach him. That is... maybe I talked to Pascal into it?
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
I'm going to give him Demence's Neural Augmetic. This item belonged to the heretic known as Hanuman. Pascal's Mechadendrite carefully takes the automatic. He quickly connects it to the data slate, recites a data protection hymn, and delves into the study of the apostate's memory. A mournful silence hangs in the air. What corrupted him?
An echo of the warp. Energies of the immaterium that had seeped into real space and taken the shape of a Vox signal. I have found recorded cases of similarly induced corruption in the archive. Listening to the void is a perilous occupation.
Continue your research.
Response? Affirmative. The decryption will continue with diligence and caution.
Hey, bye.
May your labors be effective.
Thanks. That's not what I was hoping for, though. We need to find a way to... maybe we'd have to go to a different part of the ship. Map, Fenris, Vigdis, Helmsman. How would I go about talking to him? There's Marazhai. That's not helpful either, though. There's Nomos over here. Okay. The servitor built into the huge cogitator turns its head towards you. The Vox emits a rasping voice. Hello. Nomos welcomes your visit. You read the databank recovered from Theodora's cache, and then you said the incident marked the beginning of Nomos. What did you mean by that? Yes, Nomos, remember. You brought us data sustenance, and it contained a name, Epitaph. We recognized it. No, well, not like that. In that name we recognized the place where Nomos originate. What about the research notes on the tech plate that we obtained from the cache on Kiava Gamma? This name is also known to us. It is related to Nomos, although we do not understand how. Incident N87204 was a ship-wide system failure of some kind, and an epitaph had something to do with it, or to do with the ship flying better. The incident marked the beginning of us. The ship became better because of us too. These are all links in the same chain, but we cannot piece them together yet. You were in a servitor's body at my Magnae Accessio, Nomos, so how is it you're once again in a cogitator? Nomos are not in a cogitator or in a servitor. We cannot say where we are, but our existence is tied with the existence of the ship, for now. The servitor and the cogitator are only external interfaces, shells like humans and their bodies. So you really are the spirit of the ship. Nomos is silent for a long time as though mulling over the words. We do not know what we are, but the ship is not us. The ship is our cradle. We may rise from it one day. We would like that. Bodies aren't merely shells. No, they are shells. The rasping voice sounds adamant. The human's existence is more than the existence of its shell. That is obvious to us. There is always something more, something that simmers and shines, for which the dark light and wicked hunger are always reaching. The people who accompanied by Theodora on her travels are strangely unaware of the incident and epitaph. Human shells are subject to external influences. Perhaps somebody purged their memory archives, or perhaps they simply do not want access to them. It is a shame that no new information was obtained, but Nomos are grateful that you tried. What have you been doing, Nomos? We have been studying and observing, and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms. They would have suffered without our input. Gotta go. Alright, well, that didn't help us even a little bit. It'll present itself in time. They want us to go to the capital world and deal with the Worsarian trial thing. But I think we're almost out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Are we at Dargonis? No, we're at Janus, which means we're close to Dargonis. It's that way. But we can't jump straight there. Why can't we? We used to be able to. Oh, I think it's actually down from... Oh, I don't want to go there yet. We could, in theory, jump from elsewhere. Do we have any other ways there? We don't really want to go to Footfall yet, but I don't know if it matters if we do. Lord Captain, there is an emergency at the officer's deck. Victus's voice is quaking slightly. Numerous victims, loss of communication. The voidsmen report warp voices filling the compartments. But this is not a warp breach. This is the Xenos who took a port at Janus. He has gone mad and went on a rampage. I have two fairly reliable witness accounts. According to one, the Xenos suddenly assaulted the crew members, gutting them seemingly at random. The other claims that there are survivors who barricaded themselves in the adjacent compartments. The enforcers managed to isolate the raving Xenos in a dead end, but they have been unable to pacify him so far. What will your orders be? I'm gonna go deal with it right now. We're dropping Jay from the group. Which is annoying, because I want... We're definitely not bringing her along. Do we just bring Ulfar, I guess? Sure. I guess we could use a Space Marine. Why not? Let's go deal with this and then we'll call it. Wow, there's a lot of dead people around. Okay. Somebody open the door. Open the door before he gets to me. The warp is heavy in here right now. Oh, is this the shadow people who said they'd come back and deal with us? That's probably what this is. If I had to hazard a guess, that it would be exactly what this is. Alright, enforcers. There's a demonette here. Lord Captain, God Emperor be with you, and with all of us, too. The enforcer can barely express the tremors running through his body. Only you can deal with this spawn. Permission to report, your lordship. It started a few watches after the translation. Well, actually they say this associate of yours had been acting strangely even before that. It's as if he started hearing things. He was swiveling back and forth, barking for something in his Xenos tongue. Then he grabbed his blade and sliced his hand open. His own hand. Then he suddenly howled and lunged at the people nearby. Can you see the demonette? The officer looks behind him, glances around the deck, then turns to you with an alarmed expression. See you, your lordship? Whom are you referring to, Lord Captain? I can't see anyone, Lord Captain, but I can sure hear her just fine. Adira's voice is trembling slightly. She's looking at her feet and does not raise her head. Must have come for your Xenos, personally. Maybe we shouldn't get in the way. Heard enough. Actually, where's Marazhai now? Who? Oh, the Xenos? He's holed up in there. He nods at the barricaded gate. He crawled a number of crewmen in there like Groxes to a slaughterhouse. All we could hear were screams. Well, we couldn't save them, so we locked him in there so he couldn't crawl back out, unless he finds a crack to squeeze through. The prospect of having a rabid Xenos crawling inside our bulkheads makes my heart sink. No, we ought to drag him out. Then we either put him on a chain or, forgive my bluntness, we swat him down and forget he ever existed. I've heard enough from going inside. We'll unblock it right quick, your lordship. If only there was a way to flush that fiend out with going in. He stops and pales even more. Throne's Mercy, I completely forgot. The late Technomat, he turned on some security systems right before he bled out. We figured if the Xenos thinks about showing his face, those systems will get him. Point is, we should go with your lordship. With your permission, it just wouldn't be right for the Lord Captain to go in there alone. God Emperor help us all. The officer tries his best to speak calmly, but his voice is quivering. The thought of going inside the compartment that has become a death trap fills him with dread bordering on panic. Hi, Demonette. Who is this? Is it the ruler of this vessel and the master of the lost child? Come closer, let me get a good look at you. Okay.
Follow my lead!
I will. Oh, there's another Demonette there. I can hear the beating of his heart, the roaring of blood in his veins, the pulsating fear in his black soul.
Something of interest!
Somebody has set up traps here. Now, here's the question. I don't remember who my demolition person is. It's Marazhai. We have no one else that does demolition. When the time comes for me to step into this world, he'll be waiting for me. I don't even know if we can do this.
Victory awaits.
Oh no. Okay, we shall step on another
They say a
thing.
little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them.
Okay, I
at
get
every
it. There's a
step.
lot of traps. Can you stop pausing every half second?
Excellence matters.
Now which one's next? this one.
I did fine.
And this one. At least it doesn't look like there's a skill check involved with these.
Done. None shall
And
stand
we
in
leveled
my
up.
way.
Cool.
I rise to the occasion.
Alright, there's goods. Anything else to grab? Yeah, there's something. Oh, there's goods on this body here. Some gloves and stuff. We'll figure what those are later. Let's go in. Oh, could you stop with those traps already? Another demonette. I have come because the prince wills it. The souls of all his progenitors will belong to him alone. None will escape his embrace. Okay, in we go again. More traps? Nope, just a normal room. Some goods. And there's Marazhai right there.
I won't
Just chilling.
tolerate weakness.
There's the demon. Marazhai jerks his head up when you appear. His already gaunt face is tightly wrapped in a pale gray parchment-like skin. His teeth are bared feverishly, and his dark eyes have turned into two pitch-black mirrors that could show your reflection clearly if you were to gaze into them. He opens his mouth, but instead of words, an unnatural rasping hiss comes out. If this creature ever possessed intelligence, there's no sign of it left. At last, the resonant voice that has followed you on your journey through the deck sounds like it's coming from every direction, chilling you to the bone. At last we meet, my poor child. Look at him, mortal. Look how he yearns to return to the one whose caress his kind rejects so stubbornly. Come, child, follow my voice, and my prince will grant you all the bliss and torment in the universe. The warp spawn laughs musically. Sooner or later, all of his kind will step into my embrace. The prince is patient. The prince knows that every Aldari soul is already his. The demonette's voice suddenly forces itself inside of your mind. But if you let me get too close to the lost child, if you lull him to letting his guard down, my prince will reward you, Altamar. The soul of this pathetic Xenos is a small price to pay for the blessings that will come with my master's favor. I'm going to bring him to his senses. The Drukhari stares at you without blinking, teeth still bared. His frenzied expression is like a mask. You can hear hissing again, this time lower and angrier than before. This unit has received sign from the Omnisaya. Pascal points at the metal platform beneath Marazhai's feet. The transport plate upon which the Xenos has so short-sightedly made his lair can be reconfigured to send a short discharge of the motive force. This unit could use it to impart a modicum of reason to this crazed creature. I'm going to push a enforcer forward. Look, Marazhai, I brought you someone. Your eyes can barely register the speed with which Marazhai moves. He dashes forward and skewers the screaming enforcer with his blade and sinks the clawed fingers of his other hand into the victim's face. The scream becomes a howl, then a rattle. Then the Drukhari throws the mangled corpse away and steps back. The impenetrable, reflective veil over his eyes breaks and you can almost make out his pupils. Our chance is okay. Oh, we succeeded, never mind. How many disjunctions did you survive in Kamorag, Marazhai? The warp is powerless as long as you refuse to let it take hold of you. Master yourself. Your words appear to have reached Marazhai's mind. He shakes his head and closes his eyes. Then you watch him take a deep breath and relax his shoulders ever so slightly. The laughing in your head almost turns feral. Why are you confusing and tricking the lost child? The end is decided. The end is inevitable. What about all that talk of the great Aldari race? If only you could see yourself now, you worthless, quivering beast. A mirage was all it took for you to soil yourself. Marazhai blinks and his eyes ignite with the familiar look of fury and wounded pride. I'll rip out your tongue and make you swallow it piece by piece along with your own teeth. The air behind Marazhai ripples, and you watch as the demonette's faintly visible silhouette bleeds out of thin air. The horrible mouth is sneering triumphantly. Large pincers rising higher and higher. Oh, I want to do the heretic thing. I mean, we're doing the heretic thing, so that means I need to pick a new character to bring with us, because Marazhai's about to die, probably. Everyone step back. The demonette's pincer clamps around Marazhai's throat and forces him onto his knees. He tries to resist, but the blade slashes nothing but air. The demonette lets out a hungry howl, leans over Marazhai and presses her lips against his mouth. A moment later, the body crumples like a broken puppet. Oh, that sucks. Now we're down another character. Okay, so who are we replacing Marazhai with? We just keep losing people. So far in the last, 10 videos or so, we've lost Juliet, Marazhai. I mean, we could bring Alfar. I guess he could just be in our group until we replace him with the Chaos Space Marine or somebody else, but does he have demolition skill? Is he okay at that? He's okay at that. We can make him our demolition person. Although he's giant, so he's going to run over every single trap in the world, but we kind of need someone to do it, and now we don't have anyone. Anyone else we could make good?
It's about time.
Demolition. Well, we successfully, quote-unquote, did this. Man, we are just losing all of our people to be heretics. Sad. I wonder what the reward is for letting the demon have him. How do we get out of here? Oh, there we go. Well, we're down another person. Okay, let's think of our group roster currently. I guess we're gonna get Jay back. Maybe we can make her good at demolition. I think she is good at demolition. Use Jay again. Which sucks that I just got rid of her. And Marazhai was a murder machine and I miss him already. Yet, heresy requires it. How's our heresy going? We are very close to fanatic. And then we're gonna go to adherent. It's gonna be good. A little ways to go. I am still sad. Alright, Jay, are you good at demolitions? Yeah, okay, you're gonna be our... Bringing her along, she can be our skill person again, which is annoying because I spent a bunch of time redoing all of our people. Oh well, that's fine. Whatever. What was I even doing? Willpower. Probably. Right? I mean, willpower or fellowship are the ways to go nowadays, but I'm gonna go willpower anyways. And then I'm gonna go with... What did I just take last time? Psalm of Heroes, Coercion, right, okay. I think just a flesh wound is pretty good. But, what else do we have? Do we have all of these yet? Yes, we do. Could do Eternal Glory, it's pretty decent. Whenever the Psyker's allies or the Psyker themselves are under the effects of psychic powers, they can +5 toughness for each such effect. I mean, it's okay. Oh, I like poison, that's actually really useful. We could do that. Okay. He's got 90 willpower now, that's pretty decent. Let's level up Jay, I guess. Oh, we have to finish that. Okay. How about your exemplar skills? Okay. Let's grab agility for demolition. And, nope. Can she have, like, a gun expertise of some sort? He uses pistols. Solid projectile weapon expert. Minimum damage increase. Yeah, okay. Sure, why not? We're not leveling up Argenta. She's definitely not sticking around. This is Pascal? Yes. Let me load up his stuff. I am slightly irked. What does it want? Perception. Okay. And we already took the thing we were supposed to get this level, so I'm going to pick something different. That's actually pretty useful. That tech use increase would be not so bad. I think I'm gonna go with the utility one, just for the extra tech use increase. It also helps the demolition, but he's not our demolition person, so that doesn't matter too much. She's going willpower, and I'm gonna take... What are we supposed to take? Let's see what it says. In my list of things that I chose to take. Wants us to take training fellowship. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Why not? We already took it. So... training willpower. In fact, we're going to switch this to fellowship, and then we'll do training willpower. There we go. And Adira. Everyone just dies in our group. That is the risk you take by playing the evil campaign, though. Let's do willpower and then lore knowledge, which I'm good with. We need lore warp, so I'm good. There it is. 107, pretty decent, and Abelard. I think I want you to have toughness? Or maybe? No one says to have strength, finally. Interesting. He has pretty good strength, actually, but swift movements is his thing. Did we already take swift? I think we already took swift movements, didn't we? Yeah. So we can give him something different. He does have power weapon proficient or expertise. I do want him to try all those power weapons. We didn't even get to fight. Stronger together? No. Ready to serve? That's not a bad one. Doing my part. He doesn't have the same archetype as anyone, so that is pretty good. Apparently we're not allowed to take any advanced skill things. Oh, because we don't have any of the base skill things. That actually makes a lot of sense. We could just give him more strength, honestly. His strength is now 93. That's pretty good. Alright, I think that's where we're going to end off the video. We got someone else killed. Unsurprisingly. Oh well. You know, these things happen. Sometimes to become heretical, you need to become heretical. I'm going to do my last jump, see if there's anything interesting that happens, and if there's not, then in the next video we'll start at the Dargonis area, and Lord Captain, I apologize for disturbing you, but your presence is urgently required on the bridge. I managed to stop everyone from barging into your study, but I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to hold them back. Is this where we have to decide our heresy? Oh, if we lose our Space Marine, I'm going to be really mad too. He's our other only don't. I guess Jay is not. Okay, if this is a coup attempt, who's leaving our group? Oh, this is already looking bad, yep. Sargenta and Ulfar. Lord Captain, I tried to explain that you were busy, but the Voxmaster does not have time to finish her sentence before she is unceremoniously interrupted. You are consumed by corruption. With every decision you make, I feel more and more I do not belong in your retinue. Stop. Repent before the Emperor before it's too late. Your actions have earned you a grim reputation, Eithvar. Ill deeds have too often been done by your hand. You do not live according to the law given by the Allfather, and so I ask you to stop before you go too far. I am loath to visit punishment on my own savior. Okay, so there's our ultimatum. This is what we've been told. Interesting. I thought we were going to have a fight there, but I guess not. It's not quite yet. But at least we know who the people who are going to be leaving are. It's going to be Space Marine and Argenta. Not surprisingly. And I think that's where we're going to end off the video. In the next video, we'll do Dargonis. Actually, I need to repair my ship. It is messed right up. There we go. Alright. I will take a little bit of a break and do another video, and then we can try and... Oh, I hope our heresy doesn't affect Abelard. I hope we don't kill his family or something. Oh, man. We're going so evil. Alright, take care. See you all next time.